we'll call the May meeting of the Board of Commissioners to order. All right. We all stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. John, call the roll.
Gary Corley. Here. Tony Gross.
Here.
Jeff Lorenz.
Here.
Lynn Reeves is absent. Bob Stoller. Absent.
All right, the minute, we still have a quorum with the three of us here, so the minutes have been circulated from the April meeting. Everyone should have had a chance to go over them. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. The agenda has been circulated. Everyone's had a chance to look at it. I would like to actually make one amendment to this. Item A, we have John Vergara discuss public safety vehicle. He will not be attending tonight, but we do have Ms. Walker here tonight to tell us a little bit about something going on at the library or with the library in the city, so I'd like to add her as item A. And then on the surplus items, we also need to add a metal cabinet that needs to be surplused. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Announcements from the commissioners?
No.
Nothing? Right here? Nothing? All right. Should be a quick meeting. All right, community input and concerns. We have a few people from the community out here. Would you like to step up to the podium, state your name and address? Bob, you always have something to say. All right.
Everything's fine from the zoning appeals board. Everything's smooth as glass.
All right, sounds good. All right, department reports have been circulated. Everyone's had a chance to read through those. Do we have anything to add to those?
I've got one thing, Mr. Mayor. You remember last month we surplused a Ford Expedition from the police department to be put on Gov Deals. That was placed on Gov Deals with a minimum bid of $4,500. That minimum was not reached. The max bid that was submitted was $3,600. However, Lawrence County has reached out to us. They have revamped their emergency services and fire. They were not able to get to Gov Deals to make a bid, but they have offered the town $4,000 for that vehicle. So, speaking with Officer Vaughn, we would like to sell that vehicle to Lawrence County.
Okay, do it. So we need a motion maybe to go ahead and do that?
When it was surplus specifically to be auctioned on.
So we
Gov
should
Deals.
surplus it now to be sold to Lawrence County?
Lawrence County.
Okay, so we can do that when we surplus
We can add that
items
to
and
surplus.
let's have that as another. It's an Explorer, right?
It's Expedition.
No.
Nate's new, what is it?
That's right. Anything from police, fire, parks?
No, on the fire. Excuse me. I did talk to the sales guy. He's supposed to be sending out a new quote on the fire truck that will be good through June 30th. And as soon as I get that, I will.
Is it June 30th or July 30th?
July 30th, I'm sorry. July 30th. And as soon as I get that, I'll get it to city manager and push it out to y'all.
Excellent. Also, we just had the recognized Perry Keene just walked in, the mayor from the north side. How you doing, Perry?
Hey, I was dropping my tax dollars here earlier tonight, so.
Good, very
Can't come
good.
down here and not eat at Scott King.
All right, legal updates?
Don't have anything other than an update on the Comcast agreement. I did finally hear back this week from Comcast. They have some proposed changes, so we continue to do our dance on that, but hopefully by next meeting, we'll actually have something in front of you guys.
Perfect. Okay. We don't have any unfinished business. Item A would be the lovely librarian from South Cheatham County.
Let me go ahead if I can do this and maybe pass out. We've got a few invitations there. What's coming around are invitations to the dedication of the Little Free Libraries. And so, of course, we've got 5 in South Cheatham County. A 6th one will eventually be at the library on the back porch. But we've got one here at Town Hall. We've got one at City Park and Kingston Springs Elementary, Pegram Elementary, and City Park and Pegram. So we're very excited about that, but we're especially excited about Jay getting his Eagle Scout. He's passed, got all the work turned in, and he's actually graduating, and he'll be going to Austin P, majoring in music performance. So I know his parents are proud of him. I'm proud of him. We've worked together for close to 2 years on this project. When it first started, we all started talking about it together. So this is kind of the dedication. It'll be here at the one. We had to pick one of the 5, and we thought with parking and maybe a place to have some cake and punch, this might be a good venue for it. So thank you, Tony, for kind of going ahead.
That's great. And you and John were able to get together and
I know.
You're working on getting together on that and getting that set up. So.
We will. And so we're planning it for Sunday at 2:30. That'll be June 3rd.
And it's my birthday, so bring me a present.
Yes. I'll put a book in your honor. Well, I will tell you also, thank you very much to Tony for donating a book, the John Meacham Soul of the Nation, to both libraries here in Cheatham County. And of course, we're very honored to have Tony serving on the library board. And our summer reading program starts June 14th. So I've kind of got, it's Libraries Rock, and that's our theme for this year. So it'll kind of have a musical theme. And so that starts for 6 weeks, June 14th. So we usually have a great crowd for that, so we're really excited. And so just lots of wonderful things happening in the community that are kind of partnerships with the library. And so we're really glad. As the mother of an Eagle Scout, I'm really excited to see this happening. And I know how much work it is and how much dedication and everything that just goes into it. So we were glad. The Friends of the Library and the library was so happy to partner with Jay on that.
Well, thank you. And yeah, I think it was probably like 3 years ago, I was like jogging through a neighborhood around where my in-laws live, and I think I snapped a picture of a little library there and texted it to you.
Well, all 5 of these libraries are registered with Little Free Library, the big organization, which is a nonprofit, and so we'll be on the map for everyone. We actually bought 2 kits, and that's where the funds from the Friends of the Library came in. And then from those 2, Jay was able to use those as templates to build the others. And then it was, I think, $50 a piece to register the other 3 with the Little Free Library. So when you don't buy their kit, which you don't have to do, but you do get a plaque and you get on their map. So anybody traveling, coast to coast can look up and say, I need a book for free, where can I get that?
Yeah.
And to have 5 in our community is huge. I mean, there was one at Montgomery Bell, and I don't even know where, so that really puts us on the map.
Very nice.
So I'm very excited. So thank you
I hope
very
everyone can be there.
much.
The one thing I will add is I also, because of the library board meeting, discovered the app Libby. And if you don't have that, it's pretty much all the audiobooks you can possibly imagine, and you don't have to pay for them. You just have to have a library card. So
Yes, and that's right.
so,
Thank you.
all right, item B would be Misty Keenan. She's the executive director of the Cheatham County Chamber of Commerce. And go ahead, Misty.
All right, well, thank you so much for having me. I've been the director for the Chamber since December of 2015. And so one of the things that we have been working on is really promoting Cheatham County. And so one of the legs that we've really tried to develop is tourism. And so because we know that tourism is a multi-billion-dollar business, and Nashville growing and getting 19 million people coming through there a year, we really want to kind of at least capture like 0.5% of that. And so as Cheatham County, especially Kingston Springs and Pleasant View, most of y'all sales tax comes from people outside of this area that supports our businesses. So I wanted to kind of just show this to John, and so he really wanted me to come out and show you guys so you guys could see what we're kind of doing with some of our funds. And so if you just want to kind of look through this, It goes over the things the objectives that we have done. We have created a website called Discover Cheatham, and so that's really kind of our motto is Discover Cheatham. It doesn't have yard sales on there. It's not your, small little fundraiser events. We're really trying to focus on capturing what is it that would bring someone to Cheatham County to visit for a day. Cheatham County is not going to be a week-long destination, but we know that we have campers that come here, and we have a lot of outdoor recreation opportunities, and so we want to capture those people that are potentially staying in Nashville that will come out here and go kayaking and go zip lining and maybe camp for an evening or eat. So just really quick, we created that. We started creating videos of our outdoor recreational businesses, and so we created the YouTube channel. No one likes to read anymore, and so if it's more than about 50...
Wrong
Sorry,
time to say that.
Cover your ears, Shannon. No one likes to read anymore. That's why Tony likes the audiobook app. So we know that these short little blips are the things that are capturing people's attention. And if it is not really, you guys all have social media, I'm sure, and if you don't see something that captures your attention within probably about 3 to 5 seconds, you're on to the next thing. And so we're really trying to showcase Cheatham County in those little segments of video. So that's why we created that. I have in front of you the very first visitor's guide. It is not a fact book, but it is a visitor's guide. And those are in welcome centers across the state. We have given those out to hotels. We have a rack here in the hotel in Kingston, the Quality Inn. They are going through those really quickly, and so they've been extremely popular. We really tried to capture just beauty and essence of Cheatham County, and that has been extremely hard. So Cheatham County, unfortunately, does not have a lot of pictures established, and so we have spent what I thought would be probably a 90-day project. It really took me about 120 days to really complete that because of photography and trying to capture that and find people that would be able to go and help us on a very limited budget. So I hope you get to look through that and enjoy that. We've started the Facebook page, trying to reach out to social media. We've partnered with Tennessee Vacations and the Tennessee Department of Tourism to really help promote Cheatham County. And so that's kind of what we've done. If you turn over to the next page, it talks about the economic impact. And these are numbers from 2016. Every late August, 1st of September, the Tennessee Department of Tourism puts out the numbers for each county. A lot of that comes through fuel taxes, it comes through hotels, it comes through, I'm trying to think when it's restaurants. There's a lot of business that will capture your zip code. So when you go to the gas station, they ask you for your zip code. That's what you're doing. You're telling them where you're from, and they're able to capture those dollars as well. So when you want to know kind of, how did they come up with $22.7 million in tourism expenditure in Cheatham County? That's really part of it. Payroll here in the county is $4.39 million. We have 160 jobs that are tourism related, and a lot of that is seasonal jobs, obviously, with the canoeing places and the zip lining. And then $790,000 in local sales tax. That is just a 2.whatever% that we have here, 2.25 or 2.75%. It doesn't include the 7 the state gets, but $790,000. So what I think is really important, and I try to communicate because some people don't like tourism and they don't want to see tourism increase, is the fact that on the next page, it saves each homeowner about $148 a year. And so for some people, that's not a really big deal, but some people that's rent, that's electricity, that's food. So I really like to try to communicate that. Let's see, the next page. Oh, I'm getting turned around here. This is just kind of a snapshot of our website, the discovercheatham.org website. This constantly changes. We have somebody that we have partnered with. We have contracted her on a monthly basis, and she is constantly going out there every month, updating it with events, so the site can stay relevant. So it will continue to be in one of the, like Google likes to suppress everything, Facebook likes to suppress everything if you're not paying for it. And so to date, we haven't been able to have the funds to put towards to really boosting and sponsoring our website. But that's why she's going out there and adding the videos and adding the clips and changing the content that's on that front page, just so Google won't continue to suppress it. So this is a little overview of what we have there. And again, it only includes, we're to shop local, so we don't include any chains. We don't include chains in our where to eat. It's only local restaurants and places to shop. The visitor's guide, again, this just kind of goes over where we have the visitor's guide, local businesses, via mail. We have a lot of people that contact the chamber and say, I'm relocating here, what information can I get? We're coming in to visit. And so we send those out in mail as well. We've printed 6,000 copies. We also have a digital online copy. So you can put that onto your website. If you want to send that via email, someone contacts you and says, hey, I'd love to see what is there to do in Cheatham County, you can easily email that link to the flip book to them. So, how far are we reaching? So that's always the question in marketing, right? It's like you're putting these thousands of dollars into marketing, and how far are we reaching? What are we getting back? What is your ROI? And sometimes that's a really gray kind of answer to give because it's really hard to tell. We see a lot of times, like right now, Visit Florida is spending thousands of dollars on commercials here in Tennessee. And so how much are they getting back for those thousands of dollars? And so what I thought was just really interesting is I pulled some Google Analytics. That is one thing that we are spending money towards because I want to see what our market is. And going into this, our market is just regionally, we're trying to capture those people here. And so it will show you that we are capturing people from Nashville, Clarksville, Ashland City, Atlanta, Irvine, Texas, Louisville, Dixon, Charlotte, and New York. And then I listed 11 through 45, some of the people that we are, target market areas that we are reaching as well, which I find really, really interesting. Chicago and Little Rock. So anyway, we're really getting out there. The more it gets shared, the more it gets sent, emailed, people look at it. And again, the state is really helping push Cheatham County. Our Facebook page is really getting a lot of engagement as well. And so again, currently, because we are in tourism, we are not a business, we're not being as suppressed as much on social media, which is great. So anytime you have an opportunity to go out there and share that page or like it or whatever, that really just helps all of the businesses here. And then I wanted to give you guys a copy of our statement of work. Now the statement of work is something I put together because we do partner with the Joint Economic Development Department in the county, and so they pay us to help cover tourism because we don't have anybody to do that, and marketing is so expensive. So they pay us part of their tourism budget to do that since they are only a one-man show. And so this just kind of gives you what my vision was for getting this launched, what I wanted to do, what I could say they expected for me at the end of the 12-month period, and if they were getting their money. So I put that all in scope. So far we have received, the chamber has received $21,000 in tourism money from the ECD department, and we've actually spent $27,014.79. So that's $6,000 of our own money that we are trying to put in there. My budget for next year is about $50,000. So I'm really hoping that I can get a really good grant from the state. One of the things that, and this is kind of hush-hush, because I really am excited about this, that we're really I am trying to find opportunities that's really going to set Cheatham County apart from other counties, right? Why would you come here? And so we have a really great history. And so one of the things that I have approached the Tennessee Department of Tourism is that I want to create augmented reality. Who has heard about 19 Crimes Wine? Have you heard about 19 Crimes Wine? So 19 Crimes Wine was a wine that came out a couple of years ago, and it sucked. And they were losing a lot of money. And so they invested about 6 figures into this app. And so what they did is they filmed these people talking. And so now you can download this living wine application, and you can scan it from the bottle, and the bottle will start talking to you and tell you about the crime. Well, now it's a multi-million-dollar company, because really people are buying it because they want to see these apps and these labels talk. So, unfortunately for Cheatham County, we have a lot of history that has been torn down or burned and that kind of thing. And so we have worked with Historical Society, Lisa Walker, and we've identified it about 8 places. And we are going to work on creating an app where you can go in front of Indian Mound and you'll see what it used to look like. So you're going to download the Living Cheatham County History app, and you'll be able to see that. And you'll be able to go to Harpeth of the Narrows, that's one. You'll be able to go to Sycamore Mills, the courthouse. What did that used to look like? And so that's what we're looking at. I just got that quote back this week, and it's $28,000. So, however, lucky for us, that gentleman that works at that company, his mom is a chamber director and has been one for years. So he's like, chambers never get anything. And I'm like, no, we don't. And so he is having a little pity on us, and so we've gotten a really great discount. And so I've also met with the state commissioner for tourism, and he's excited. We are number 53 out of 95 counties, and he is greatly disappointed that we are not in the top 20 of tourism, receiving revenue from tourism. So they want to put money behind Cheatham County as well. So, until we get a ton of people and a ton of business here, staying here, working here, living here, very similar to Williamson County, we're going to always have those residents that leave Cheatham County and that shop at Publix and shop at Kroger's and go to the mall and not spend their dollars here. So until we get there, I really want to find ways that's going to help our current small businesses stay in business. And I really feel like this is going to be a great opportunity for them. So they come here, they drop their money, and they go home. So that's what we have done, and that's kind of our vision for next year. We'll put out another visitor's guide. Trying to think, have I missed anything?
You guys were recently in welcome centers, setting up booths.
Yes. So last week we were in the Welcome Center, one of the Welcome Centers, and we set up a booth, and we were able to kind of partner with Loveless, and they were there as well, and so we were able to talk to them. And so actually the Welcome Center called me today and said, we're completely out of visitors guides, and so that really helps. And throughout the rest of the year, I'll be taking certain businesses with me to promote their business at the visitors guides, and then they can give stuff away. We can set up at any time. Again, just to kind of promote Cheatham County. So these are kind of the things I'm trying to do as a chamber to help increase business there.
Good. Now, you said you wanted to keep the app hush hush.
The AR.
I will say that you have just now shared it with our 35 loyal YouTube viewers.
Sweet. That's okay. That's okay.
But that's really neat. You know, actually in Columbia, they have a thing like that, and you'll walk around. It's not that cool. But it's pretty neat. You walk around, and you have their app on, and you walk by the corner of the courthouse, and it'll be like, here, James Polk's brother shot somebody in a duel, and you walk around. So, and it's really fun though. It's really kind of a neat thing. So that would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm hoping. There's a lot of people that travel just for history. And we have it, and then unfortunately, we don't have physical buildings any longer, those places, so I'm really hoping to recreate that. Mm-hmm. And this AR is great, and so I'm really hoping to do that before Williamson County is able to kick thousands of dollars behind that where we cannot, because they do have that. So, and that's when I met with the commissioner, I was like, do not tell Franklin. Wait till I get mine done, and then you can tell whoever you want. So. Anything else? Any questions, comments? No? Great. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate
Thanks for
that.
coming.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
All right, item C is first reading of ordinance 18-002, the 2018-19 budget. Anything to say about this?
Well, I can tell you that there there's $5,463,781 in available funds. And there's $4,073,472 in appropriations for the general fund, which will leave you with $1,309 in a fund balance at the end of the year. And it also includes a new tax rate of 84 cents.
Okay. I'm not sure if this is where I need to bring this up or not, but I had talked to the city manager, and I think he had talked to Davey. We're gonna have some surplus in the fire department budget for this current budget year. And we would like to take part of that money, roll into 2018-19, and purchase a new UTV for the fire department. Ours is a 2007, I believe. We're looking to get power steering and just some upgrades on it that you can't get with that. And it's gotten to the point where parks and farmers market, I mean, they use ours a lot, which is not a problem, but we can pass that on to parks and farmers market use. So I'm trying to find out, I know it's on HGAC, so it will not have to be bid. You know, just with ballparking it with accessories, it would probably be about 23 to 25,000, and I think we'll end up with about 45,000+ left in our circle. You know, after all is said and done for the fire budget for this year.
Randy, you gotta go running off in the fire.
We could
Vehicles.
discuss the 2001 Gator that
Yeah, theirs is really not serviceable at all. I mean, they end up having to carry senior citizens out on, I mean, it's not a problem. And it's not that it's not working, but we would like to set one up a little more for emergency response with a place for a stretcher and things like that on this new.
It is easier for the, like at soccer, for the older people to get in and out of the Ranger,
Oh, I bet.
just because it's got the the back seat and, anyway, so that's why I use it a lot for soccer and stuff, so.
Okay. So is that an amendment we can make to the budget to do that, just to roll those funds over? Would you like to? Okay. Would anyone like to add that amendment to the budget then?
Motion to add 27,000 to the budget.
It's to roll over.
It's just rolling it over from the budget year
to the next, so they can purchase this vehicle.
Okay. Motion to make the amendment of rolling over the fire budget to the next year.
Did you say second, Gary?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right. Is there anything else we need to discuss on this?
You need to set a public hearing.
Oh, we need to set a public hearing for the next meeting, and which would be 6/21. You know, the one thing I forgot to do when we amended the budget too is to set that beer board meeting. I guess we need to set a beer board meeting. That's kind of a nod. I forgot to add that when we amended when we amended the agenda tonight. I forgot to add the beer board meeting in there. So. All right. Well, do we have a motion to pass ordinance 18-002 on first reading?
So moved.
As amended. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. All right. Item D. We had 2 vacancies on our Parks Board, and I think you were all aware of that last time. We've had a couple people step up to the plate to fill those. One of them is kind of an old favorite, would be Marie Spafford has volunteered to do this again, even though she kind of temporarily stepped away from the board. She's so good at it, I convinced her that she should keep on doing it. And then, of course, we have another new member, which would be Allison Von Collin, who will be new to the Parks Board completely, but also wanted to step up to serve on the board. Do we have a motion to appoint Ms. Spafford and Ms. Von Collin?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. On to surplus items, we have a fire safety trailer and a metal cabinet, and then a Ford Expedition that we need to resurplus, I guess would be the term for that, to and I forgot which county it was already.
Lawrence.
County. So do we have a motion to surplus these 3 items?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. And other for discussion only, we have the new Kingston Springs town limits sign presentation. And I think we want to do a picture with this. Maybe we want to do the picture after the meeting, or
I think, let's go ahead and wrap it up, if that's okay with you, and then we'll do the picture afterward. But as you'll remember, in the end of last year, we had a contest with the town to see who could come up with the best slogan for the town of Kingston Springs. And we had over 70 entries. We narrowed it down by staff, and then it was voted on by the Board of Commissioners. And Colin Sedgwick was the winner with the slogan, Kingston Springs, the heart of the Harpeth. And Mr. Sedgwick and his family are here this evening. And we would like to present Mr. Sedgwick with a couple of things. One, we've got a little framed commemorative for you of the new town sign. And then the actual sign itself is here, and we'll get a picture of you and the commissioners, and there's 7 of these around town on the city limits or the town limits, and so those will go up probably next week. So, yeah, thank you for your submission.
Great.
Can I
Yes.
jump in? If we could go back to the reading of the budget, I'm sorry, this dawned on me a few seconds ago. Because it's budgetary, we need to do a roll call vote on that.
That's true.
So if we could have that motion again.
Yes,
second.
okay, well, do we have a motion for the budget for first reading of ordinance 18-002? Second?
Second.
All right, could you please call the roll, John?
Gary Corlew?
Yes.
Bob Stoller?
Yes.
Tony Gross?
Yes.
Glenn Remick, absent. Jeff Laurent?
Yes.
No problem. All right. Okay, and then we have our reminders, and it's basically that Saturday is a huge day to be in Kingston Springs. So if you don't have anything to do on Saturday, and even if you do, change your plans and come to Kingston Springs, because we have some people that aren't from Kingston Springs. They just make a drive on across the river here, because we're having our citywide garage sale, and we're having our very first farmers market of the season, which is in the new location that I can actually see from this window. So it'll be right outside the door here. And then, of course, on June 9th is the fishing rodeo, and that's always a really good event, and I need to get something for that, so that's a lot of fun, a lot of kids. So is there anything else anyone needs to add or say? All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.